Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps, Honk Honk. Oh man, I tried to slip that in there. Honk Honk, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. Today, we got news coming out about these two, and I want to talk about it, but I really want to talk about it. I want to talk about the ulterior motive and what I think is going on. Dun dun dun. Because stuff is always going on with these two. So it's being reported on a bunch of different outlets, but I pulled it from GB News, and it says Meghan Markle warned she has no future and must leave Prince Harry to save career. Let's talk about that. Okay, first off, what career are we talking about? Anybody else confused by this? But variations of this have been surfacing, coming out saying they need to go their own way in order for their careers to be successful. But here's my gut instinct. It's her people putting this stuff out so that way she can play victim again. Be something for her to include in her book, which I hear rumblings is coming sooner than later. But it's her way of... She'll be able to say something like, look, we stuck through it all, even when they were saying these rumors about us. And by stuck through it all, she means until he gets his inheritance. It's just kind of weird, right? I've not seen articles like this come out where they talk about splitting for the sake of the career, and we'll get to that. But I do think that they will split. I just think it'll be timed after his inheritance, and it just gives them more victim-y stuff to talk about, like, oh, they tried to drive us apart. But I also think this is a spin in that they're not looking at, oh, they're actually failures individually. It's that they're messing with each other, and that's the reason they are failing. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just another victim-y, nothing's ever their fault, let's not take a look at ourselves, let's point the finger at everybody else tactic. Just a feeling I get. But the elephant in the room is, what career are we speaking of for either of them? Yes, she was an actress. I heard she was on the way out anyway, or being let go anyway. And let's face it, she was a glorified extra for most of it. So what are we talking about? And what in the world does Harry think he's qualified to do? I can't think of a thing. I really can't. I know he's hanging his head on speeches, but that guy, again, can't string two sentences together, so I'm not sure what his plan is. I really feel like anything that they would attach their names to at this point, either together or individually, is gonna flop, right? Who is gonna want to attach their name to it's a lot of attaching of names, but you know what I mean? Who's going to put their name on a project with either of these two people? I mean, it's not, but even if the products they were putting out were good, like a good book or a good whatever, tell all, they can't even be bothered to work more than an hour a week as per their own admission. So who's going to want to work with them? Seriously. Not to mention all the allegations of a hostile work environment and, alleged bullying of staff. So I ask you, who wants to get involved with that? No, thank you. The other point I want to make too is, remember, we've read all the books, right? Tom Bower's Revenge, Valentine Lowe, Cordia's, etc. Lady C's book, all wonderful books, and they all detail how the Queen encouraged, and the royal family encouraged Meghan, don't give up acting. And she's like, nah, I'm good. I'm done with that. Right? And then they even wanted to train her on how to do things within the royal family. They wanted to give her advisors. In fact, I believe it was the Queen's idea to pair her with Sophie. Poor Sophie. And love Sophie. And she's like, no, I'm good. I got Harry. That shows me the level of commitment right there that she was into learning about the royal family. But you know where I'm going with that. Just no interest in doing anything. Just really thought there was a golden goose egg and she'd be a lady of leisure. I don't know what the word is. I think they both thought that. They'd just be popular and the faces of something with no actual work behind it. I think about that Australia tour. Yes, I'm working on a separate video for that, but They really believed in their delusional heads that they were beloved, even though their treatment of people behind the scenes sounds like it was just absolutely disgusting. But again, no self-awareness. They thought they were beloved. Don't worry, I'm working on that one too. I just came up with that when I was putting these pictures together. They thought they were beloved. Look at us, we're beloved. And that they wouldn't actually have to do anything. But let's keep on with the article and see what else they say. Meghan Markle has been advised to ditch Prince Harry to save her career and must act now if she wants to recover what's left of her working life. What's left of it? What working life are we talking about? We're still hanging our hat on a soap commercial from when she was like, I don't know, 8 years old, however old she was. We're still talking about that stupid thing, and we're still talking about Suits. Even though, side note, Suits, as we know, just came out on Netflix, and they erased her from, the posters and stuff. But that's neither here nor there, right? Oh, God, when they don't want to be associated with her, that's not a good sign. It comes after the couple suffered a huge loss last month when Meghan's Spotify contract was dumped after just one series. See, even the way that's written, they suffered. Poor things, they suffered. It was of no doing of their own. It's that it happened to them. Again, they love to be passengers in their own life. Nothing is their fault. Things just happened to them. They suffered because they were dumped. Never mind the fact that they couldn't be bothered to actually do the work required. She couldn't even be bothered to interview all her guests. It's come out that the producers were doing that for her. You guys know this. I'm not trying to rehash it, but do you see what I'm saying? It's a pattern here. Can't be bothered to do the work. It's too hard. Speculation has grown over what project the couple will take on next. Yeah, I'm very curious about that too. With some experts suggesting the Duchess will sign a solo deal without Harry. I thought she already had, right? With WME? It's occurring to me right now, that's what this is. This is by her people putting this out. See, I'm making more of an argument for it. Because we just heard Harry's about to go do this Netflix thing for a little while in Africa. So she's got to spin this as, look at me going out on my own. I got my solo career here. But seriously, guys, there's just nothing she could possibly do at this point. Nothing she could hook her name onto in front of the camera or behind it that's going to be a raging success. She doesn't have an original thought in her head. She can't even dress herself. So how would she do anything? I just don't understand. Her team have warned there's no future with Harry and she needs to start working on her individual projects rather than being seen as one half of, quote, brand Sussex. One insider told Closer magazine. Okay. All right. But she has nothing. All she can do is hook her name onto that stupid brand Sussex thing. She tried it. It didn't work. It failed spectacularly. Most normal people saw through her lies and called her out on them. It's just a few sugars, and we've seen how they, operate. Yikes. So that's all she's got in her corner at this point. So I don't think that's going to help a career turnaround. They feel that if Meghan does more on her own, she'll have more opportunities to save her career. It will give them breathing room and restore confidence, or at least that's the hope. You can keep hoping all you want. What is that? Okay, I'm going to say something gross. Here we go. Ready? What is it? Shit in one hand, wish in the other. See which one you got. Wow. All right. Spotify and the couple's company, Archwell, announced the end of their contract in a joint statement. Okay, we know about the statement. It has been claimed that Meghan was left distraught. Oh, but was she crying on the floor? Just asking. After being dropped from Spotify and facing criticism from the streaming service's top brass. Gee, I wonder why. The nerve of the company to demand a decent product from people they paid millions of dollars to. Oh, well, clearly they're prejudiced as well. The head of podcast innovation and monetization at Spotify, honorary Drunk Goose member, Bill Simmons, branded the couple as blinking grifters and suggested his involvement in initial negotiations would have avoided certain problems, i.e., don't hire those clowns. It is spectacular to me how they have failed at everything. I actually did a video on it called Too Hard. Too hard. It's too hard to be a member of a family, so we have to ditch both families. It's too hard to be a working member of the royal family, so we had to leave that too. It's too hard not to tell lies, so we have to lie continuously. It's too hard to open a briefcase and wear spray tans, even though she's still, obviously rocking those, is too hard. The insider claimed that Meghan can't believe she's being attacked so viciously and so publicly by one of their execs. Okay, let's just think about that for a second. So all that guy did was call her out on being what she is, a blinking grifter, the both of them. They went on national TV and spent hours bashing his family, talking crap about every single one of them. And yet she's upset because the guy that called her a blinking grifter was too hard on her. Again, just no awareness. The article goes on to say it served as a brutal reality check that things really do need to change to save their popularity. And I ask, what the hell are they talking about? They have negative popularity. They are said to be desperate to get the green light on new projects before they lose their deal with Netflix, according to one royal columnist. Meghan and her team at Archewell continue to try to get a green light on films and TV shows from Netflix until the deal runs out in 2025. Sources at Netflix say Archewell have proposals for scripted content across the board. So let's talk about that. It was being reported that she was basically ripping off other show ideas and trying to change just a few details and make them her own. Where have we seen that? Oh yeah, in her speeches, same thing. She just forgets to credit people. That's all it is. But yeah, I think one of the suggestions was like an Emily in Paris, except for with a gay male lead as opposed to Emily. What? So are we just supposed to pretend like we don't all know what Emily in Paris is and that we haven't seen it? What? Here's her pitching to the Netflix executives. You ready? I have a show idea. Oh yeah, what's that? It's called Love Can't See, and people meet behind walls and they get married before they see each other. Oh, you mean like Love is Blind? No, it's called Love Can't See. It's a totally different show. We have that show already. It's really popular. Oh, well then you're theist words. So that's it for the article. I feel like this is all the work of her people behind the scenes to show she's popular, she's in demand. A lot of people want to work with her. She just has to ditch the angry Muppet. Like it's all going to set the stage for the eventual divorce. Again, I don't think the divorce is happening quite yet because, inheritance. But I think that happens when he's, 40, something like that. So, and he's pretty close. But yeah. And I don't think these two I don't think they're anything together, but I really don't think they're anything on their own. So they feel like they need to stick together, I guess. I don't know. Enjoy the hell of your own making. Think about that every day as the Queen smiles upon us, right? Oh, I love the Queen. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts on this one. I'm excited to read your comments because I have tons of thoughts on this, but I really think I'm on the right track. I'm curious to know if you've seen articles like this popping up because I'm seeing them more and more. Curious to know your thoughts. As always, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Proud member of the Drunk Goose Club, Honk Honk. Glad to have you all here. Lady Goose here. Lord Gander will be back with me soon. He'll record some, but guys, I appreciate you all so much. The Drunk Goose Club merch flying off the shelf. I hear you. A lot of you are asking for Drunk Goose Club glasses. So the merch partner we work with just has the pint glasses, so you can definitely get that. We are trying to see if we can pair up with somebody else to get some wine glasses in. So we are working behind the scenes tirelessly on that. So be sure to check back lots. Again, thank you for all who have ordered. Thank you for being here. If you want to further support the show, I highly recommend you check out Patreon. Lots of good behind the scenes information over there. Lots of bonus deep dives, lots of extra content. I'm putting out stuff about every other day over there. If you think I put out a lot of stuff here, you should check out over there. We have all kinds of stuff. And I do recaps of the original Sex and the City series. If you're into that at all, I have almost all the episodes up. I'm on season 6 of that. So check that out. Lots of stuff. So check that out and you can become an executive producer. And I'm going to thank my executive producers now. And thank you guys for being here. A huge thank you to Linda. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you to Paige. Huge thank you to Teresa. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Aaron and Frank. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Ann M. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Ann H. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Glynis. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Adair Becker. Thank you to Erica. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Barb G. Thank you to Diana. Thank you, Allison B. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Lori. Thank you to Pauline. Thank you to KT. Thank you, Jolene. Thank you, Stromboli. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Loie. Thank you, Lucy H. Thank you to Georgia. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Robbins Landing. Thank you to Helen. Thank you to Mara. Thank you, Ashley C. Thank you to Molly. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Sand Squid. Thank you to Rach. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Domby. Thank you, Android P. Thank you to Sheena. Thank you, Aaron M. Thank you, Faye. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Spectrum Mom. Thank you, Vanessa B. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Mimi Heathcote. Thank you, Misty. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you to Bree. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you to Elvis Rose here on YouTube. Thank you to Lori. Thank you, Tim B. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Elisa. Thank you, Kathy with a C. Thank you, Allison. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you to Patricia. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Ridley. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, John. Thank you, Donna D. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Chewy. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, 509 Cougs. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, BJ. Thank you, Big Bad John. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Duck Barf. Your name is always funny to me. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Vicky loves her corgi. Thank you, Charisse. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Genesee. Thank you, Essie. Thank you, Lady Grandmother. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Funky Buddha. And thank you, Trish. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Kate Coffee. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Sheila. Can you guys believe I ran out of namespace on the other ones? I had to start a new list here. It's just unbelievable. Thank you to everybody who has signed up to be an executive producer. If you're interested, definitely check out patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. Thank you guys for everything. Have a great day. Bye-bye.